hello to all of you, and I'm glad to be here. My name is Ashton Smith, and I am from the Dallas-Fort Worth area in the great state of Texas. Glad to be here with you. Temperatures today outside, they're very nice as well, 93 degrees, Dallas-Fort Worth. I feel good today because I know who raised me and who was a part of my life. My grandmother was a big, integral part of my life, and the word yes was always a part of my grandmother's vocabulary. And that started with me getting into a camp, a swim camp, because I was always told that people like me didn't swim. I said, well, maybe we can change all of those things, and I learned how to swim, and I didn't listen to people. I also had people tell me because I have a disability that I shouldn't have a job, I shouldn't work, I should be like all of the other people who are disabled. But I leaped into the camp, and for me, I felt the water, I felt the crowd, the people there, because for me, I'm visually impaired, so really life is about feeling and touching. My grandmother told me that you can do all that you want to do when applied and given the tools to do so. My grandmother always gave me the tools and told me that I can be anything. When I touched that water in the camp, I saw the kids, and knowing that they loved me and I loved them back, being encouraged by the sport of swimming and what it offers, the ability for me to literally not drown, as our state still leads the nation at one point in drowning. That was very, very serious, especially in communities of minorities. A lot of those people had to overcome that too. And I wanted to be a catalyst to say that no matter how cold the water is of life, no matter how hard it is in this life, that a greater power gives you the aptitude and fortitude to be all that you can. God gave us this life, and at the end of the day, whatever you believe in, this is your story. And I tell this story of overcoming exploitation. For me, that was a big deal in the Special Olympics for me, because I was always told in the back of my head that I was never allowed to make money or be a speaker or do any type of job, actually, and a lot of people don't know that about the Special Olympics, that we're not allowed to make money off our image. We're not allowed to work jobs. We're not allowed to do anything to uplift our lives. I was always grateful to escape from that environment for me, because God has a bigger plan for my life. Whether you believe in that or not, we'll say today, for this reason, a higher power. I always called on that power to give me great, great abilities. Regardless of my physical disabilities, I never allowed society to tell me that I was less than. And a lot of times people always doubted me because overcoming these things and the ways that I was told that I could not do that, I know that I'm always going to be able to in my story. Swimming helped me with a lot of this, because when I hit that water, I was not only in the race of my life, I'm in a physical race for my life today. I lost my mother and my father, and I'm left with nobody. And it's hard to be here and left with no one. But those people gave me the courage to move on and say, we're going to give you everything that you have, because you're only as good as the tools that you're given. And if God gives me the tools, that I blame no one. God called on me to say this: blame no one. What can you do to better your life today? And what I can do is learn the information that is put in front of me. And I continue to strive and win, not only win physically in life, but I won with great strength. And I was never ashamed of the way that I wanted to be and be myself. When I was in the Special Olympics, I was told not to be myself, to kind of hide in the corner and not express the things that I wanted for myself. I'm a very, masculine woman, and that's really not accepted in the South. Have to keep it real. And because of that, I was also excluded from the Special Olympics simply for being me. Folks, if you feel like in your lives that you are excluded simply for being you, keep it moving, and that's what I've always done in this life, because there's someone that's going to scoop you up, pick you up, and carry you to the destination that you are called to be, or do in this matter. I've done many things to make my life better, not blaming anybody. I move furniture. I lift very heavy things. So I said to myself, even though I'm a woman, I'm going to take on the masculinity. Why is this? Because I figured that it would provide me aptitude. It would provide me what I needed to make it through life and not have people run me over. My mom always said, because you have all of these things, we look at you. And now that my mother's gone and my grandmother's gone, I'm able to look up at their spirit and say, you are here with me to help me run the race of my life outside of the swimming pool. What I've always wanted to do in my life, I'm a 4-time gold medalist, and because of swimming, it brings me to the next step. Never again along the line to blame anybody. Everything was great in my life. I competed at the highest level in Dubai, World Games, National Games in Seattle for the Special Olympics, but always grabbing hold to the word society. Society gives me all that I want when I apply what's up here. God gives me that in my grace, whether you believe in that or not, higher power. Within my soul today, God brings you here and brings me here. May Heavenly Father use us for what we're trying to do. And in my life, He is with me. And if you want something out of this life, you become a greater you by not blaming anyone else and saying that you can pick yourself up from the doldrums and walk into life. If folks want to know about me, you can Google me under Ashton Smith Special Olympics to find out more about my story and learn about my story called Swimming Upstream to Realize the Dream. And I hope you folks realize your dream while swimming for your lives and fighting for your life every day. My story is powerful, and I hope you understand that you can overcome all disabilities no matter what society tells you. My hope is to help people overcome their disabilities with fortitude and what they can do in their lives. Never let somebody tell you you can't. That Texas accent goes a long way. You can, you shall, you will, and you will do. Can, shall, and will. God has you. They love you. The crowd loves you, and people love you. And as long as you know that, come meet me in the back, because I love you too. I'll give you a prize.